Okay, I've got my boots, got my staff. I've... wish I could sleep a little bit longer. Everything hurts. But she did say that Cassandra wanted to see me at once. And Cassandra didn't seem like the kind of person that likes to wait. What's this note? Patient observations. Oh, it must be about me. I was out, I don't remember 3 days going by, so I must have been out for 3 days. Vain hope someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says his scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. Oh. Looks like closing that breach almost killed me. That's disconcerting, but at least it's over. And I probably am not in trouble anymore, or they would have arrested me by now. Well, let's go see what Cassandra wants. Oh, I spoke too soon. Wait, no. They're saluting me. I don't see any kind of weapons. Why are they saluting me, though? And I didn't close the breach. It's still there. But the mark on my hand doesn't hurt anymore, so I must have done something. Maybe Cassandra will know.
That's the Herald of Andraste.
The Herald of who?
When he came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over him.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb him.
No, disturb me. I want to know.
Why did Lady Cassandra have him in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It
Who's
isn't
talking?
complicated. Andraste herself blessed him.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
Oh, but blessings to you, too? If what I overheard from that kid is right, they're all saluting me like this.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
Blessings. Because they think that I am Andraste's chosen? If memory serves me right, Andraste is the bride of their god, their maker. So they think that woman I saw in the rift was the bride of the maker. Who am I to say it wasn't? Focus, Tobias, focus. If I were a angry warrior woman, where would I be? The banners, the pointy roof. It looks like a place that a person in charge would be staying. Let's go.
That's him. He stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard he was supposed to close it entirely.
I tried to close it entirely, but it's good to know it's at least stopped. My hand doesn't hurt anymore, so that's a good thing. Good evening. Evening.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Roderick is not a nice man. Not even remotely a nice man. There's not very many humans that I don't like, but he's one of them. It's a nice building. So very well lit. It looks kind of like a church. Speak of the devil.
Be taken to Val Royo immediately to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
That's definitely
I do
him.
not believe he is guilty.
She
The
doesn't.
elf failed, Seeker.
Let's get a little bit
The
closer.
breach is still in the sky. For all you know, he intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Okay. I probably shouldn't eavesdrop like that, but I'm glad I did. It sounds like Cassandra's on my side, sort of. Oh, deep breaths, Tobias, deep breaths. You got this. You did save them from the breach after all. Hello.
Chain him. I
Wait,
want
what?
you prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Nope,
Disregard that and
Oh.
leave us.
Thank the keeper.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Seems those two are getting along as always. So it sounds like Roderick, you still think I'm a suspect. I mean, I'm still a suspect to you. I mean, I did what I could. It almost killed me. At least judging by what the doctor's note said on the table, it sounds like it almost killed me. You need my help again, don't you? I don't even know if I can help. To be honest, I mean, I did what I could.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Yeah, have a care.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
So I was right. They think I was sent by Andraste. But Roderick sounds like he wishes I would have died. That just makes me dislike him even more. I mean... So, I already know that you believe I'm innocent. I overheard you. Are you sure that I was sent in your darkest hour? I am a Dalish elf after all.
You really think your maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a Dalish elf is his chosen.
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
That's a heavy book.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Anything that puts Roderick in his place. Good job, Cassandra. That was telling him.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Well, I guess I'm here for now, but what if I refuse?
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
It's definitely been an eye-opener, that's for sure. And the more I think about it, I'm the only one with a glowing green thing on his hand, so that means you guys need me whether I want to be here or not. But, to be honest, this sounds like a holy war, like you're trying to start one.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
She has a good point. But before I decide, what's this Inquisition of old?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry? I mean, this sounds like something that they would be into. You know, Andraste's Chosen, the Maker.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
Sort
The
of.
Chantry will take time to find a new divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Yeah, whoever started that breach ain't gonna wait either. This is not how I pictured this going. I thought you were gonna arrest me, that I was gonna, you know, go to be executed. But if I don't help, the breach will never get closed. My clan could be in danger. Everybody could be in danger. Tobias, don't be so selfish. Everybody's in danger here. I want to help.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
You have my word. I can see she's well respected. Good thing she's on my side. Okay, Tobias. Now that you... Nobody's around, are they? Okay, now that you have a little bit of a moment to yourself. You just agreed to go against pretty much every authority to help fix this. But you know, it was the right... I stand by my choice. It was the right thing to do. Let's go... Before we... go talk about what's next with the people that were around me. I still don't know who those people were aside from Cassandra. let's find Solus and Varric, because I want to thank them for being with me during the whole demon fight. Solus, just the man I want to talk to.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
Oh, well, when you say it like that, I do sound kind of dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
You study before we get to that. You study ancient ruins? That's impressive. I've only met people in my clan that do that.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefield?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
That's extremely impressive. But sounds very dangerous. I mean, what about the giant spiders and other things that could probably eat you when you're sleeping? How do you sleep like that?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I'll admit that's extremely impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate mage surrounded by Chantry forces, and unlike you, I do not have a divine mark protecting me. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
I understand your caution very much, but I'm pretty sure Cassandra will protect you. Nobody's gonna put you in any kind of a circle if you don't want to be in one.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought.
You're most welcome.
But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
It's good talking to you, Solus. I have to find, what was his name? Varric? Thank him. Well, I never got to tell him. Hold on. Thank you, by the way, for sticking with me. Varric. Where?
New verses in the Chant of Light now for the Herald of Andraste, telling what he did.
It's far too soon to consider anything like that.
I agree.
Who said there used to be a verse about an elf in the Chant of Light?
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. But that doesn't mean the Maker loves you when it is.
Okay. Ah, there he is. Varric. Varric. Can I talk to you for a minute? I mean, I just want to say thank you for, staying with me.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Well, technically, if we want to be honest, it's been 3 days, but I mean, I'm just glad to be alive. I mean, but yeah, it is kind of wearing on me a bit. I mean, I can barely keep up. I was out cold for 3 days, but the things I'm having to go. You know what? This is all bullshit. None of this should have happened.
None of this shit should have happened.
You don't know the half of it. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay if it's this bad?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
You're a good man, Varric. I was lucky. I was extremely lucky. But we need to close the breach. That's our first priority.
The breach needs to be sealed. The sooner the better.
If it can be sealed,
Yeah,
you might
point.
want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
That's not really that comforting, but okay. Okay, I think that was both of the guys that helped me. So let's go see if, Cassandra, the Seeker, has any kind of a, you know... She sounds extremely upset, but I will get to that in a second. Let's see if Cassandra has any idea of, you know, what we're gonna do next now that we've declared war against everybody. It doesn't hurt anymore, but
Does it trouble you?
I was actually just thinking about that. I mean, it doesn't hurt anymore. I kind of want it gone. I don't know where it comes from. It didn't close the breach like I thought of it. But troubling me? No, not anymore. It doesn't hurt, and it's not slowly trying to kill me.
It stops spreading and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by. Pardon me for laughing, but that sounds very dangerous. It kind of sounds like you guys might have an idea, but I'm not sure if that's such a smart idea. I mean, if it took that amount of power to rip open the sky, more power could just make it worse. But if that's what you know, I'm... Stop getting tongue-tied, Tobias. Stop getting tongue-tied. It sounds like fun. Why not? I mean, not like pouring more power into something we have no idea where it came from. Could go wrong at all.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
Oh, this is the war room, huh? Okay, who are these people?
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Commander?
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
Oh.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Josephine?
Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
I'll have to teach
and
you more.
Of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
You all have very impressive titles, but why am I here? I mean, I don't have any important... I'm just... Tobias, the mage. I mean...
Cassandra tells me you have a plan.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
I wasn't expecting them to like me. And Cullen, that whole could destroy the world thing, I kind of agree with you there. I don't have much any idea actually of what Templars can do and can't do, but if they can weaken magic, that might be something to look into. I mean, the mages, that's a bad idea. I mean, when you mix, if you don't know what magic you're dealing with in the first place and you mix another magic, it could go horribly wrong. But yeah, I mean, does it matter if they like me?
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible.
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
I know I've heard this a lot, but why am I being called the Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's a bit unnerving. I'm not really sure how to feel about it.
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
If so, I'm the problem? Could we be attacked?
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A
Oh?
Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
If she's part of the Chantry, why would she help us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okay, so I need to... Looks like I'm making the big choices. I mean... I didn't see any of you stepping up to be in charge, so I guess I'll take charge.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our
Okay.
best guess that's safe, anyway.
Seems like Mother Giselle's and the refugees are being caught in the middle of this war between the Templars and the mages. Alright, let's... You know what? Have Varric and Solus meet me there. Cassandra, I'd like you to accompany me if you don't mind. And we'll go see what the mother has to say about this. That took quite a while. Those birds are fast, but, you know, I hope everything's okay. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That'll be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. That sounds pretty bad. We better get there.
World of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I'm pleased to meet you. What's the word out here?
What's the situation out here in the hinterlands?
We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Seems Corporal Vale and our men need help. Come on, let's go lend them a hand. This looks like the way out. Pardon me. Seems... Good thing we're right off the path. That'll clear up any confusion until we get used to the land. Even as a Dalish elf, it's gonna take me time to get used to my surroundings.
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby.
Fighting sounds like it's coming from this way. Yep, we're definitely in the right area.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Whew. Is there any more? Here they come.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Cassandra. Is there any more?
Be ready. More coming our way.
Alright. Looks like some of the big guys. Cassandra, be careful. All that armor makes you extremely prone to being shocked.
It's done.
Okay. Alright, I want those refugees taken care of. Patch up the wounds. This should do nicely. It'll let people know that we're protecting this area. No. Where's that Mother Giselle? Ah, there she is.
Who can heal your wounds? Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle?
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
That is me. You asked for me.
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Yes, I agree. It was a tragedy.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
I mean, well, you make it sound easy. Will that even work?
That won't just make it worse.
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time to speak with me. I'll consider what you said.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Thank you for taking the time, Mother Giselle. Huh?
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Alright. Let's go speak to Corporal Vale. See how we can help, and then we'll head back to Haven and Phil.
What do you mean? Would that I could.
We'll make a camp first. So we have another camp here. then we'll go back to Haven and let the others know about what happened. Corporal Vale should be under that flag. Keep finding all the important people under big flags lately.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Well, let me know if you find him.
Corporal Vale?
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
I don't feel cold myself, but you said people are cold?
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
I'll do that. Varric, take this down. If you have a paper on you. What can we do about people starving?
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Do you have any other concerns?
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
I'll be back to ask you some more questions. I think I should start helping the refugees, and I've got a few other things to do beforehand, but take care.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Okay, so if I'm looking at this map right, there should be a camp right up here to our left. Let's make camp there, and then go back to Haven. Through this pass. There's a marker and everything. Okay. It's pretty steep. Watch your step. We'll make camp, then we'll go see. Oh, well, this is pretty.
We could make camp here.
I agree. Let's set up camp. Okay, we got camp set up. I will get back to you. Let's go back to Haven. Okay. Let's find. Let's go back, tell them about what happened. Mother Giselle's safe. See if Liliana got the. Oh, what is this? Nobody should be arguing. Alright, let's see what the problem is.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
I should have guessed it was Roderick's doing. I dislike this man even more now. Cullen?
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Well, I don't know why we can't just work together. I mean, the Inquisition's helping more people than you are with your rambling. And the proper authority failed.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murder? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Cullen, why is he here?
Remind me, why are you allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
Is the Mage-Templar War really that large?
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
But you keep calling me a murderer, Roderick, but who really killed the Divine?
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Good. Good luck keeping order, Cullen, because you're gonna need it with Roderick here.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
I hope so too. Roderick? Ugh, I can't even with you. Okay, I gotta find... who was it? Josephine? Yeah, she was the diplomatic one.
Will have more pulses for the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Thank you, child. You are doing the Maker's work.
Have you been able to save many people?
More than if we had not tried.
Oh, Mother Giselle. I thought you were busy, but I'm glad that you made it here alright.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
People are frustrating me.
Not as well as it should. How can people focus on trivialities when faced with the breach?
It is easy for us to imagine that mundane matters fall aside in tumultuous times. The Chart of Light does not speak of feeding troops or arranging meetings or any such mundane concerns. But every organizational detail you contend with, Andraste herself once faced. These trivialities are steps on your path to victory, even if history never remembers them.
Thank you. That's something to think on.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
I gotta go talk to Josephine. I believe this is her office. So I will, farewell, and please do make yourself at home.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Josephine! Lady Montilier, may I speak to you?
The Inquisition cannot remain a vassal if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Master Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
You own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
I will ask you not to point your finger so rudely in my face. But I understand you're upset. But we have bigger problems than you being mad that we're even sitting here. I mean, what about the followers? We're helping them. Not the Chantry, not anybody else. Her followers are being guarded by us on this land.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Does the Marquis actually own Haven?
Do the d'Aurelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the d'Aurelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I was sorry for interrupting you, but you handled him really well. He was a little loud and very rude. You handled him extremely well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
We'll have to talk more on that subject later, but, you know, I'm glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Oh, of course. This has been a very long day for me too. I think you know, I'm just gonna go across the hall and Ouch. Try to... Okay then. I'm gonna try to get some rest. Before I go back to the Hinterlands, because this will probably be the last real bed I get to sleep in for a while.